Hello, welcome to my little behind the scenes series for my recent shoot. This is part one, so it's basically just pre-production, going from the conceptualization of it all the way to the day before or the day of. Basically, the initial idea for this one came from me just wanting to redo this shoot I did ages ago. I was on a beach and I had everyone in all white, but that one just didn't really work out. So this started out as wanting to redo that, but then it kind of morphed and became its own thing. I have this black book that I basically write down my initial ideas on before I start mood boarding or influenced by anything else. So I did a little page in here. That was the first thing I did for this shoot. Basically, I said I wanted a really big group. At this point, it was only black and white fixed, but I knew I wanted a lot of variation between them and a sort of scale of gender expression. So I wanted mass guys, femme girls, femme girls, and anything in between. A lot of these initial ideas ended up being what actually happened. With the exception of the furniture sort of changing, we didn't do a couch, and with the black and white outfits adding in that extra tan shade, and then with the location not being on a beach anymore. So yeah, my initial ideas always sort of adapt throughout the process. I always do a mood board for my shoots just to really hone in on the specifics of what I'm looking for and collect some visual references. So here's that process. Once I have engaged my desk in creative mode, I basically just start my mood boarding by scrolling through Pinterest. This is basically just about creating a visual reference for every aspect of the shoot. So location, outfit, makeup, hair, posing, the shot styles, and the general vibes we're going for in the shoot. So I just like to find photos that represent each of those things and then chuck them all together in one Pinterest board. Once I've gathered up all the photos, I'll usually turn it into a physical mood board. Unless I'm lazy or we don't have enough time before the shoot, then I'll just leave it as the Pinterest board and refer to it that way. But because this is a bigger shoot, we're going all out for this one, I'm definitely going to be making a physical mood board. So I started the casting process by first posting a little ad on my Instagram story, basically just asking for any expressions of interest for cast or crew. And then from there, I write down everyone's names and I start my little puzzle method of putting a casting list together. Basically, I draw out little squares of the available spots and then play around with post-it notes with each person's name on it till I get the sort of overall group of people that I like or works with what I want. So yeah, when I'm casting, I'm usually focusing on the overall image and it's less of an individual thing. Basically just trying to get the right mix of people to get the look I'm going for. And yeah, I'm not necessarily focusing on the specific individuals. First of all, because this shoot was very group based. And second of all, with a bigger shoot like this, I needed to make sure that everyone would be confident and comfortable, because as amazing as my models are, they aren't professionals, so I can't just expect them to instantly be able to bust out some killer looks, you know? So yeah, I needed to make sure that everyone I chose was more or less in their element. Regardless, casting do always be a struggle because I am indecisive and I also can't say no to people, so gotta love that process. So yeah, once I've decided on my list and a couple backups, I message everyone in a classic Tallulah long message, basically just some more information about the shoot, because I didn't actually know what it was really about yet, and if they would still be interested basically. While I was messaging them this, my family was watching High School Musical, but they pitched it lower, so some great background music for that.
Hey, I just showed my mom the text. He's hot.
Once the conceptual side of it is done, time to start putting into practice, so logistics. First of all, date. I had a rough weekend in mind, so then I just conducted a little survey with the interested cast members to see what was the most available date for the majority, and we came up with the 1st of August. Location. So as I said before, I was looking at doing it on a beach, but then someone pointed out to me, okay, but you've done so many beach shoots, and I was like, you know what, you're right. So I decided I wanted to move it to this really massive regional park paddock thing. I thought it would work well because there's a lot of variation in that location and it's really massive and the afternoon light is very nice there. The only problem was I didn't actually know the name or address of it, so I had to hop on Google Maps and stalk it down. And once I found it, we had our location, Perry's Paddock. Time. I knew I wanted afternoon light, but I didn't want that rapidly changing, harsh, like golden hour light, especially towards the tail end of that. So I decided to go from 12 to 5. We didn't need that much time, but that was just so I wouldn't have to rush shooting and to allow for us to run late, which you can bet happened. The entire schedule was very different, but that's for the next video. Preparation. Because this was a very visual intensive shoot and like the outfits and makeup had a lot to them, I wanted a chance for us to get together beforehand to sort of do all of that process together and get everyone looking good as a group. So I decided we would meet at my house, and I had everyone arrive at staggered times between 9 and 10, and in that time that would be when we got everyone in their outfits, did hair, makeup, all that stuff. So here is the finished schedule we ended up with. And lastly, cast specs. So I had to decide specifically what I was looking for in my cast. Initially I wanted a 1-to-1 ratio of guys and girls, but of course the guys' response to my little ad was a lot smaller, so I ended up settling for a 1-to-2 with an extra little group of 4 girls. I wanted a lot of variation in the people as well, so I wanted all different heights, skin tone, sizes, just to bring out that variation I had in the outfits with the whole gender expression spectrum thing we had going on. And after visualizing different sort of group sizes, I decided on setting it at 17 people. And so once all these logistics were decided, I sent the cast and crew another classic Tallulah long message, just letting them know all of it. Basically, I started sketching out some ideas for the outfits and also asking everyone to send me photos of items they had that they thought would work within that colour scheme and the theme. With all this in mind, I drew up a big chart basically breaking down everyone's hair, makeup, outfit, just so I could see it all as a group and really finalise what everyone was wearing. Not gonna lie, although I don't have much to talk about in this section, this was probably the most time-consuming part, mostly just because in like every break in my day between work, school, whatever else, I was replying to people, chasing people up, liaising with people about their outfits and trying to really get that mix of gender presentations that I wanted. So this was definitely the part that like really drained me a little bit, but it was also probably my favourite part. I really like that busy, stressed feeling, you know? Hello!
That's good.
Now we're just going to see if we can find any of the specific items I want for some of the outfits and just any cool items that would work for the shoot.
Ooh.
Can you get out of my shot?
Ready?
Action. We are halfway through shopping, I guess.
Yes.
Through up shopping anyway. And we've had an epiphany thanks to Sangeeta here. During the shoot, I've probably already said this in the video by now, but during the shoot I wanted some sort of furniture for them to play with and pose around. And we went into Vinnie's just then, and the amount of beautiful homeware decor stuff, they had lots of cute teacup sets, and so we had the idea to include teacups in the shoot, which will look very cool. We're thinking, some of the, Sangeeta suggested some of the guys and stuff posing with the teacups at like this little table setting that I'm gonna hopefully use, and yeah, just add to the whole.
in a field, a tea party, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Shall we begin?
We'll give you a little haul of what we got.
Yes.
First, before we get into the stuff we actually bought for the shoot, I got this matte black jar thing that is very cute, and
It's for the booze.
and you'll probably see it later because I'll probably do a desk renovating video, and that's where this is going. And then I spotted, so I think that should give me some rights to it, but I spotted this beautiful item right here. $4 for this masterpiece.
This will be sitting on my...
Yes, and she's claimed it even though I spotted it and I paid for it.
I'll give you the $4. Let me get the change out
shut
right
up.
now.
Okay, but we decided on shared custody. It
Yeah.
will live at Sangeeta's house, but when I want to use it for projects and shoots, then
She'll have to rent it out.
no, I will take it.
So you do pay child support? Where is child
I paid
support?
for the child.
Start with the plates.
Yeah, man. We got this teacup
Teacup.
set. Those are the plates, and that's the teacup.
They're very cute.
And we have 3 teacups and all these plates, and it was $5 for the whole lot. And to pair it off, we got some cute silverware.
Milk saucer.
Yeah, man, it's very cute. Probably a future desk decor thing as well, not gonna lie. But there's that, and to match it, we got this little candle holder.
Is it a candelabra? No, it's not a candelabra.
I think we said we wanted to find... Oh, we don't have a teapot, which might be useful.
Go to Salvo's and have a look.
We have also bought clothes, some of the clothes stuff, but that's not that interesting, so... But we'll keep shopping for that. Hello, it is the day before the shoot, and honestly, I've spent the last week and a half, 2 weeks, living and breathing this shoot, and now that it's tomorrow, I am not thinking about it much, to be honest, and it's a little bit worrying. But I'm basically currently just sewing and doing any of the DIY parts of anyone's fit. So for someone's fit, I have... Oh, I just got a white and black t-shirt, and then I'm sewing them together so it's like a split tee, except I'm an idiot, and when I sewed it, I did it the wrong way. I sewed it so that the wrong side was outside, and oh well. But the good thing about doing a split tee is I have the other half, so I'm going to do that now. And then I have one t-shirt to crop, and then in order for me to be prepared for tomorrow, it's currently 7:40, so I have the rest of the night to finish this, actually plan the shots I want, pack, and plan or loosely plan the makeup looks because I haven't done that yet. So we'll see how this goes. Hello, it is still the night before, and I am pretty dead, not gonna lie. I really want to sleep tonight, but I haven't packed yet, and I haven't planned out my shots or anything yet, and I really don't want to have to get up at 5 AM to do it. So we're powering on. We got it. But yes, basically when I'm packing for a shoot, I'll, grab the biggest bags I have and whatnot. I'll work through everything by category. So I'll start with, say, fits, and then do makeup, and then hair, and then equipment and props, and go through it that way. So that way I can just work within each group and make sure I don't miss anything. And when I'm packing, I always get out my reference that I've been using during pre-production, so I know exactly what I need and, can be reminded of all the stuff I was like, oh, I should bring that, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to get out the little chart thing I made and go person by person and get their fit together, and maybe put it in separate bags each so they're ready to go, so that tomorrow they can come in and grab a pile or a bag and it'll have everything they need for their fit. Ooh, let's go, we got it. I didn't properly finish the recording that night. I was pretty buggered. The 1.5 to 2 weeks that this whole process took place over, I was living and breathing this shoot. So I was pretty, exhausted by this point, and it was late at night as well. But all in the name of the shoot, and this is what I like doing anyway. So it's not a shoot unless I'm crashing hard after filming because of just the collapse of all that stress. Anywho, I hope that was relatively interesting for you, and if you've made it this far, I would definitely hope so. But yeah, that was basically the pre-production process, more or less, of my biggest shoot yet. Part 2 will be up soon. It will basically just start where this left off and cover the entire shoot day, which will be probably a bit more upbeat. Shoot days are always my favourite, especially big ones where there's a lot going on like this, so I'm very excited to share that with you. Stay tuned for that, that'll hopefully be up next week-ish. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next one. Ew, why did I jazz hands?